Wonderful.
So when samadhi happens in the heart, what really happens is, and the reason why it becomes difficult, and the reason why it becomes a combination of ecstasy and agony, there's a reason to that. So if you accept the fact that the presence of God is oceanic and infinite, and if a human being actually experiences that, what happens is, here's your little heart, okay? And the energy of samadhi is like oceanic. It is like an ocean that's now streaming into your heart. The presence of the divine is oceanic, attempting to stream into your heart, and your heart feels like it is exploding. So you go into ecstasy, but it is difficult because every atom in the heart seems to be exploding. For that reason, a person who is in that state, a person who is in this experience, they moan, they cry. Okay, so for me it was like the entire ecstasy was so much, and the presence of the divine was so imminent, that the only one thing that the body could do was cry, and there was just crying going on. And the hands were absolutely in electricity. The chest was, you could feel electricity trying to spread throughout the body. But the biggest point is the fact that you feel the presence of God so close, and you are in shock, you are in awe. And you cry because this contact indicates to you that the divine is finding you worthy, right? The divine finds you worthy of contact. The divine says to you that you are okay. I'm going to come and give you a big hug. And there's no way you can't cry when that happens. All right? So the divine comes and gives you a big hug. But it's sort of like an ocean trying to hug you. And the divine is this ocean of a million gazillion volts of electricity, and they're approaching you now, trying to give you a hug. So imagine that one, okay? You're going to just explode. All right? The divine is trying to give you a hug. That's nice. So you explode. Your heart explodes. And this is both ecstasy and agony, because the body is not really geared for that sort of a thing. That's why the ecstasy, when the ecstasy becomes so intense, it becomes painful. I believe there are orgasms that sometimes could be experienced where you could say the orgasm was so intense it was painful. I mean, I believe that women sometimes can experience such a thing. But what we have here is also comparable to the experiences of Teresa of Avila. Teresa of Avila having such deep communion with angels, deep communion with Christ, deep communion with God, that people, when they went to her cell, she was a nun, let's remember that, they heard her moan in ecstasy. And you can see actually statues of Teresa of Avila where her mouth is opened, and she is looking into the sky. So, and other mystics have reported the same thing, that they experienced an ecstasy that was absolutely agony at the same time, because it was so much. and it was difficult for the body to hold it, because the average body is not really made to contain the electricity of God. The electricity of God is like an unbelievable high voltage.